What's new? Good morning.
Good morning. No, it's a great morning. The sun is out.
It's a cold morning.
It is cold, but
it's a
the
good
sun
morning.
is out.
True.
I'll take the cold as long as the sun's out. It's when it's really dreary and cold that it's like miserable.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sun's out, but there's no snow on the ground when the sun's out.
Oh, I know there's no snow on the ground, but there's hardly any snow on the ground here anyway.
True. Very true.
Exactly.
Very true.
Except the other day when we got a little bit of snow, right?
We did. Good morning to all those hopping on right now with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, we did get a little bit of snow Wednesday.
I don't know. You were just like in your happy dance.
It was Tuesday night.
Was it Tuesday night?
Tuesday night we got snow. I was laying in bed and I opened up the Facebook as I do. And our neighborhood page, one of the guys on there was like, I'm surprised no one's talking about the snow. And I said, the snow. Flung the covers off, ran outside, and it was snowing heavily.
Yeah.
It was coming down hard, and the car was covered in it, little baby car, baby's first snow.
Yeah. No, he loves the snow. So then he had to
love the
FaceTime me. It was like 9:30 or 10, I think, right?
Of course I had to FaceTime you. You had to know. What if you were laying in bed and didn't know?
He's like, you have to go look at the snow.
And she was like, I know it's snowing. I was like, why aren't you outside playing in it? Goodbye. And I hung up the phone.
Because Darren and Ryan had already been out there, made a little snowball out of as much as they could and came in and threw it at me.
Oh, you didn't share that with me. Well, I hung up too soon, but you didn't share that information
And
with
it was
me.
cold and wet. So, but you know what? So I'm like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to wake up in the morning and then maybe I'll get a few pictures. Hey, it was all gone. It came.
I thought there was going to be a little bit like maybe on the roof or on the grass.
No,
Zip. None.
all
Nada.
gone. It was like it didn't even happen.
It was technically it was too warm to snow.
It was too warm.
So like I'm surprised it stayed around as long as it did.
Yeah, we had a good 3 hours and it was fun, and then it was gone.
It disappeared.
Gone. Never happened. Anyway, so if you didn't get a chance last week to put in your New Year's goals, definitely put it in the feed. We still would love to hear what people want to do. We saw a few of them last week, but we love always hearing new goals.
For sure.
And even if we're not live when you're watching this, we still see the feed. So please definitely put it in there.
Gosh.
What is that you drinking?
I just have to tell you, coffee or tea, depending on your beverage of choice, it just hits differently in a Good Morning LEQ mug or an After Hours Squad mug, whatever mood. And it just hits differently.
It does.
People.
We only have a few left.
Never had coffee like this before. It has nothing to do with what's in the cup. It's all about the mug.
It's all about the mug. It's all about the mug. So if you want some swag, that's our last little bit of
Design
swag we
inspiration.
have.
It just flows out of the cup.
It does, right? And we pack them really well, so.
Making me a better quilter.
There you go. Add it to your next order. There's a few left.
Yeah, don't quote me on that, though. Don't sue me. That it didn't make you a better quilter because you had the mug. I'm sorry. I tried. You know, some lady did that with Red Bull.
Oh, really?
Someone tried to jump off something, and they sued Red Bull because it didn't give them wings.
Yeah, so let's not talk about any of that. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Watching. We got Wisconsin, Florida, Texas.
42 degrees in Florida.
Oh, yeah. That's
a little
cold
chilly
Florida.
for Florida. Yeah,
New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Michigan. So, yay.
Good morning, good morning.
Will the mug hold a Diet? I think there's a heart in the way.
Yeah, there is. You have to pull it up. Will the mug hold my Diet Coke? Amy, this mug will hold whatever beverage you want to put in it. It's a magical one.
It's a magical one.
You can put Diet Coke in it.
I can say it will hold Diet Coke because I drink the Diet Coke.
You put the Diet. We don't discriminate here. Equal opportunity mugs. That's fine. You put whatever you want in there, buddy. I'll even come to Houston and pour the Diet Coke for you.
Okay, let's not go that far. Although you're there quite often anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, 18 in New Mexico. Oh my goodness.
18. Ooh.
That's cold.
Where
Amy, I don't do coffee either. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So I get it. That would
She
be Diet
said
Coke.
deal.
It'd be the Diet Coke as well. So.
Oh, goodness. Last night, were y'all able to catch After Hours with moi? I had a lot of fun with this one. It'll be a 4-part series.
4-part series that
over the course of 4 weeks.
He's put a lot of effort in like sketching and notes on what he wants to do.
And it's already changed.
And it's already changed.
From what y'all saw last night, my designs have already changed.
Yeah, so just a little bit.
Just a tad, but I take you through, and I really want you to understand, because off camera, I get extremely frustrated when something doesn't go the way I want it to.
I think we all do.
And we all do.
Yeah.
And it's something that you learn, and I show you in this series, is it's okay to change your designs on the go.
Yeah.
If something isn't working out, step away from it. drink your Diet Coke or your coffee out of your mug.
Or whatever.
Or whatever you want, water, tea. Take a breath, go back and reassess the situation and change it up if you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
And so something wasn't going my way in my head on paper, and so I'm thinking I'm going to change it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But I want you to go through that process and realize it's okay to get a little frustrated, walk away, take a breath, and then go back and attack it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think if you watched last night, you saw the panel. Let's show the panel one more time.
So
in
this
case
is
you didn't
the
get to see it, definitely go watch it.
Flamenco.
It's going to be a really good 4-part series. It's almost like
It's like
whole
a class,
free class, basically, because he's going to take you through the whole quilt. So that's the panel it is. It's from Northcott.
The Flamenco panel
And
by
then
A.I.E. Rossman.
Last night, he just kind of showed you how to, the plan of attack on how to design it. And
it takes you not with this panel, it's just with any quilt.
With any quilt. It's just
kind of the steps of you're starting with planning, and then next week's will be preparation.
Yeah.
Where we look at all the different thread choices that I have in mind.
The batting.
Batting choices. I talk about different lofts of batting to get certain looks that you want. And then also loading the quilt onto your frame to get it as straight as possible, because that's a big one.
Yeah, so that's next week's episode. So every episode is going to teach you like how to start something, and like I said, he's going to finish it. So it's a whole full-on class for you, and it'll be split up in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So that Corey has the job of after hours for 4 weeks. It's so nice.
And then you get the next 4.
Probably not.
Probably not.
So
Vicky says it's 16 degrees Celsius at 3:30 a.m. in New Zealand.
oh my goodness.
Thank you for being up at 3:30 a.m. with us.
I know, right? Alabama, New Zealand, Kansas.
It's a party.
New Zealand, 3:30. That's some dedication. I'm like, do you work? Are you just up that early, or are you like at a night
She's
shift?
here for the show.
You're here for the show. Oh, that's sweet.
That's what I'm going with.
That's what you're going with? Well, we love it anyway. That's awesome. And thanks for commenting. We love it.
Back to, I did a little research on this.
Yeah.
So it's called the flamenco.
Yeah.
Or flamenco, whatever. Do you know it's a Spanish dance?
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Did you learn the dance?
No, I'm not going to do the dance. It's like a dance style of music. I guess it wouldn't be an exact dance, so don't come for me in the comments. It's like a dance / style of music for Spanish. And I thought that was very interesting. I was like, oh, okay, I could see that it has some of the colors. So I could see
it definitely sees that.
But I was like, I wonder what this means, because I had to look it up how to pronounce it properly.
Yeah, no, I know. I was reading. I wrote it down. I'm like, how do we say that? Flamenco. I guess that's the way it's pronounced. Yeah.
I mean, the way it looks is, I guess, the way it's pronounced. Hooked on phonics.
It doesn't always work with all words, though.
No, words have changed. But yeah, no, I thought that was kind of cool. But I've thoroughly enjoyed the panel thus far. And it's been a cool freehanding segment, and it will be a cool freehanding segment for the next few weeks. And then I'm hoping to incorporate this panel into my autopilot classes in the future. At least parts of it, to show you if you're a computerized quilter and freehand is not your gig, no matter how many times it can be your gig, how to go around it with computerized quilting.
Computerized. That's a good idea. Definitely.
So that's my next plan of attack.
There you go. It's always good to have a plan of attack.
Maybe I'll do that in South Carolina at my class.
Oh, gotcha. She said blame the hubby. He's a truck driver, so he's up.
Fair enough.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So, alrighty. Well, so we had a question for you. We were doing a little survey this morning. Corey and I were talking. We're trying to figure out how many people are traveling for classes again. We stopped for a couple years. But how many people are traveling for classes, or still at the point where they would just rather have the convenience of taking them online?
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you love to still travel for classes? Are you traveling for classes again? Do you see that in the future, type of thing? Or classes have become so easy with the technology now to do them online. Do you prefer to stay home and do them online because of whether it's cost, or whether it's because of the convenience, or it's because you can be in your PJs?
Mine's a catch-22.
Yeah.
I like to travel and see people and be in front of a group or be with a group, no matter if I'm teaching a class or attending a class. But I'd like to go back to pre-pandemic travel prices. It's gotten hard for people. When we hosted the autopilot class here for those 2 sessions, it was dedication for people to get here, because it was not cheap for some people to fly in, and then the cost of hotels now have gone up, and it's hard to travel and go to those classes. But it's nice to be there, because I think it's easier to ask questions when you're present, where opposed to doing something a little bit online. I don't know. I have a fear of asking people in a Zoom meeting a question as opposed to just raising my hand in the middle of a class. I don't know what that is. It's something in my head.
Yeah. Well, I guess everybody's different, so it just depends. I'm more of a hands-on, in-person type of class.
Yeah.
Online, I think it'd be too easy for me to turn it off. But I love that the fact that there is
turn Netflix on the TV and watch something
well, I
else.
mean, I love that there's the ability to
I love the ability to do both.
to
some
do
people
both. That's what I was
can't
going to say.
travel.
Yeah, to be able to do both. I love that technology has gotten that way where there is that availability to do it in both places. But I was just curious what you guys thought.
Yeah.
I was asking Corey, what do you think? And he's like, let's just ask them.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
because that helps with us planning classes as well, whether we do more online stuff or whether we do some in-store stuff, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see, so go ahead.
Oh, okay. Went to Vegas for a retreat last fall. I signed up for 2 classes, but love online classes, Zoom preferable. In-person classes, however, convenience of online classes. Attending classes at home is just a little bit easier, but I like face-to-face.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, face-to-face. Not sure if she's going to like going back to face-to-face. Like both, videos are awesome, but seeing in person brings another element to it. Plus questions that's very true. And then we don't have quilt shops in our area, so it's online.
Online, yeah. So I guess it's different, there's depending on the convenience or the factor of what you're in. So, but that made up a good point. I mean, that's actually 3 different things, whether it's in person, online as in Zoom, or online as recorded. So yeah, it seems like the middle would be a better option as well. So
yeah, I mean, I like a recorded video. I try to put every question I would think someone would answer into the curriculum and into the video itself, but there's sometimes that one thing that you just can't get in, or 2 things, or 10 things.
Well, I think,
and it's,
I think
then you have to...
Yeah, I think the only reason we haven't done Zoom is because of connectability. Is everybody having the proper internet?
That's the hard thing. You have to have really proper, strong internet
to be able to connect
to a live Zoom class. And then, you don't want to miss anything. You don't want to get dropped, and you don't want to come back in the middle of it. It just gets to be a little iffy.
Well, that's another good question then. I mean, you're answering all these great questions. If you were doing online only, do you prefer Zoom because you've done this in the past and you're going to be able to see everything without missing it? Or do you prefer having it recorded but still being able to email the teacher and ask questions? Or ask questions on the chat? Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious.
I like a recorded class.
Yeah, well, no, I do. I like
want to
the
be able
recorded
to pause
because...
it and go back and rewind and write notes and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. Pause, go back, write notes, go back to it as many times as you want.
Yeah.
But also not having to worry about being dropped.
Fair.
From the connectivity, so
yeah, and then
just curious.
They like recorded.
Yeah, so you can go back and watch it again and again when you want.
Yeah.
So fun stuff. So tell me something this week. What are you doing this weekend? What are you guys doing this weekend?
Why'd you put me on the spot? I don't know. Oh, I'm filming this weekend.
I
again.
know. I was like, duh.
I'm filming again this weekend. This weekend I will be filming. I guess I can say it. Can I?
I don't know.
No, I can't.
No.
Okay. This weekend I'll be filming videos.
There we go. You can say you're filming them on the Innova.
Oh.
But that's about as far.
That's about as far as I can take it.
Yeah.
But this weekend I'll be filming videos. I think I'm gonna start tonight. That way I can sleep in tomorrow and be okay. And then if I finish tonight, then I won't have to come up tomorrow and I can enjoy my full Saturday.
But then I'll miss seeing you.
I'll FaceTime you.
You'll FaceTime me?
Yeah, I'll
You'll
Zoom
me?
I'll Zoom you.
I knew that one was coming. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're going to do some filming. And then, so I'm going to be working. Mm-hmm. Darren and Ryan are going to be flying. Ryan's going to fly Darren to another city for lunch. He needs some flight time. So
hopefully it'll be in the morning when it's not windy. You don't fall out of the sky.
I know, right? It's technically like at 10 o'clock because he's flying for lunch. So it might get a little turbulence up there. But he's going to fly him up to there's like you can go to some of these airports and then get a car there for free if you fly in and then they give you the car and you take the car and you go eat and you come back. You can have it for a couple hours or something. In these small towns to bring people to fly into there and buy gas there, I guess. I don't know how it works.
Economy stuff.
Yeah, so he's going to do that because he found a really cool burger joint, and so he's going to fly him in.
Of course,
have burgers.
Ryan and his burgers.
I know.
Ryan loves a burger.
I know.
Ryan
I've never
could survive
known a kid.
on hamburger and fries the rest of his life.
Exactly.
Every single meal, and he'd be 100% fine.
I don't know how.
Everywhere we go, we can go to a very really nice sit-down steak restaurant, which we rarely go to.
Yeah.
But if we did, beautiful cuts of beef, chicken, whatever you want. Ryan's like, can I have a hamburger? I'm like,
really, Ryan?
If they don't have hamburger, he'll settle for chicken tenders, but it's always a hamburger. He's like, I guess I'll
Yeah.
just eat on the way home. Then we can just swing by somewhere and get a hamburger.
And
No!
it's not that he doesn't eat vegetables, because he does. He'll eat broccoli, he'll eat zucchini, he eats all that stuff. But when he goes, he just wants a hamburger.
That's all he wants.
Yeah, so it's just
I guess
funny.
he thinks you can't mess up a hamburger.
I guess.
I
don't
maybe.
know.
I don't know.
I don't know. So,
Who knows? It's Ryan.
Fun. So going to the Quilt Guild of Greater Houston's quilt show. Fun. That'll be fun, Amy. That should be good. Local shop to see some Riley Blake coming to show some stuff. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
So doing all kinds of stuff. This weekend working as a support worker.
Oh.
So in New Zealand, what is a support worker? Is that just kind of like a volunteer?
Maybe.
Yeah, so let us know, Vicki. What does that mean, a support worker?
Let's see. Soccer practice for my son this weekend, both Friday and Saturday night in the city that's 50 minutes from our house. You remember those days, Mom?
Yeah, I do
Remember
not
those
like
days?
those. You know, I just feel for the moms that do all that constant back and forth so their kids can
Well,
have,
there's a big-
especially when they're doing like that elite stuff, so they're really traveling. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's too much for Mom.
Yeah. And then
let's
Vicki was
see.
going to go to Elton John's concert in Auckland,
in
but
Auckland,
the chaos weather has canceled. Oh, that's
Oh.
not fun.
That sucks.
That's hard when you get really, that brings up something, Vicki. Thank you. That's hard when you get really excited about something, like you've been planning it for a long, long time. And in your mind, it's going to be great, or but you've stressed about it, you've planned it, because I'm a very big planner, so that happens to me a lot. And then all of a sudden it gets canceled, and you have no control. You have no control of the fact that it was canceled. And in reality, you know that it was probably the best reason, but sometimes you think they could have got away with it, you know. But still, it's like, yeah, that's hard. So I bet, yeah, it is, right? So, but yeah, that is hard. But sometimes we just have to learn how to go with the flow. It's kind of a lesson sometimes too, right?
Yeah.
I always taught you when things got changed on you that we'd have to learn how to just kind of go with the flow. As hard as it would be, and we didn't have control over that. Hey, I did. Just drink your little coffee. I did teach you that. Doesn't mean that it was always the best thing.
Kettle?
What? Well, we all want to have some sort of control over the things that happen.
You
but
did teach me that, though.
unfortunately,
You just have to go with the flow. If it's out of your control, it's out of your control.
yeah,
You
exactly.
can't mope about. Mope's not the right word.
No, it's not. It's just
not the right word.
well,
But
it's not stressing, or
I guess it's more stressing. You can't really stress that hard about it.
yeah,
Because it's out of your control.
yeah. I guess the disappointment. You just have to learn how to deal with the disappointment and move on.
You got to
But
be
that's
positive,
so
Percy.
hard. Positive. Yeah, I always have to say that. I'm like, be positive, Percy, instead of negative, Nancy. I do that to him all the time. I used to do it to you all the time as a kid. You don't, not as much now because you're an adult. But I do that to Ryan
I
still.
still have to be positive. An
So-
adult's worse sometimes.
I know, right? A quilt. Robin's doing a quilt along tomorrow with Gudrun Erla from GE. I can hardly see that, Quilt Designs. Oh, check her out. The Vicky said,
that
paid
sounds
employment. It entails going to people's homes and assisting them with personal care. That's cool.
Oh, so kind of like a home health worker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So support workers, that's what
Like
it's
a
called
home
in New
health
Zealand.
worker.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Okay.
home health
That's cool.
person.
Yeah,
home health nurse.
Yeah.
Home health nurse.
Yeah. Well,
That's cool.
That's awesome. So
That's
I
great that
love
you
all
can do
this
that.
feedback. We have a lot of happy, chatty people this morning. I love it. I love it when
a
people
good day.
It's a good day. It's
a good
sunny
Friday.
outside.
Well, it's sunny outside here.
Well, it could be sunny in
That
other
arrays
places.
energy through the cell phone to
Exactly.
the people. That's what it
Exactly.
is.
We'll have to do it outside one day. Not when it's cold, though.
Yeah. We have those things for our mics that can buffer the wind.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could do it outside one day.
And then they can just see that we're in a city.
We're supposed to like cook breakfast one day.
I know, right?
Gotta do that.
We will.
We didn't do anything at the house for Christmas. We didn't
I
do Good Morning.
know.
I had so many trees up.
You really did.
I had 5 trees this year.
Yep. We'll have to we'll figure something else
We'll
out.
figure out something next
So,
year.
anyway.
There was something else that I was going to say, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Oh, so we talked about New Year's resolutions last week, and we mentioned, if you have any others that you didn't get to talk about, throw them in the feed. My New Year's resolution was to kind of get a little bit more organized.
Okay.
With the help of Denise, one of our lovely team members here. We got the studio organized.
You guys did.
So one thing
Yay.
got checked off my list.
There
My
you go.
desk is still a disaster.
But the studio, I mean,
but
you
the
could
studio
barely
is
walk
done. You
in
couldn't
here.
walk in the studio because we stopped using it for 6 weeks, and this was the catch-all.
Yeah, becomes the catch-all. It's
Yeah,
like
everything got put in it.
It's like the treadmill at the house.
Oh yeah, just clothes got thrown on it.
becomes a
A
hanger.
couch gets put on it. Everything just got put in here. So we got this organized. Got rid of some stuff that we didn't need.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do because, like, I like to keep stuff.
Yeah,
and
you
so
do.
I really do. And so I got in that mentality. I don't need it. I haven't touched this in 2 years. Gotta go.
Yeah. Donation.
Or if it can be
Donation.
donated, we give to somebody else. Or people
Yeah.
here in the office, if they want stuff, sometimes if I'm done with it, it's
Yeah.
take it and go finish it at home. Because I got a lot of unfinished projects here.
You do. That's for sure. That's for
But I
sure.
created a shelf of all my unfinished projects.
I know.
I have a shelf that quilts that need to be bound, quilts that need to be finished. What else can be done on after hours?
Yeah, exactly.
Fabric.
And then lots of leftover batting.
And lots of leftover batting.
that you can heat press together.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that like crazy.
Yeah, we've been using heat press. If you've never used heat press for your batting,
Heat press batting tape.
heat press batting tape, you really should get some because we all have leftover pieces of batting. I mean, we have a lot because of the show.
Cabinets of it.
And I'm sure you guys have a lot too. So instead of throwing that batting away, especially if you have like pieces that are like that size or bigger, keep them and just press them together. You'd be surprised. It's fine once you put the heat press on it.
Once you heat press it together and you, like for my own personal quilts, I just do one side. For customer quilts, I'll do both sides of the batting. But once it's together and once it's quilted in, it's light and it washes up nice and soft like batting does. So it's not like this weird strip in the middle of the quilt.
Yeah.
It comes in white and black.
Yeah,
so
it just helps you use up that extra batting so you're not wasting it.
And everything I've done since December has all been heat pressed because I've just been using scraps because they need to get moving and I don't need to keep building them up.
That's right. I agree with that.
See, look at that.
Yeah.
People want to see the studio.
There
I don't
you
think
go.
they've ever seen the studio.
Yeah. Well, we need to design it a little bit better
Yeah,
before we show it.
I say it's clean. Let me clean it up just a tad bit more before we show you. But then,
It's a lot cleaner than it was, but maybe not the clean for the show.
There's a few things I need to move around. But
Yeah.
overall, we'll have to do it. No one's ever seen
Yeah,
the
we will.
studio, I think, unless you come in the store.
Unless you come in the store and you just
never
pop
seen
in the back door and look at it. So, awesome. All right, well, let's finish this up. So let's do our thankful fours. I know. So like we always do, we like to end our episodes with what we're thankful for that week. It could be anything random. Please put it in the feed what you're thankful for because we love to see it. So mine this week is kind of just random just because it was so cold outside. I am just like so thankful for jackets and coats. I know that's funny, but whoever invented the jacket or coat, because I didn't look it up on Google, I didn't ask Siri ahead of time. I'm thankful for you. Thank you. That was a long time ago, and I know you're not there anymore, but maybe your descendants are, and thank you. I'm just thankful for jackets and coats and whoever came up with the idea, because that sure does make it a nice, you can enjoy outside a lot more. You can pop out in the snow at 9:30 at night and do a FaceTime to do that.
True.
So
He's calling you.
he forgets that we're on.
Yeah.
The same call every day, 8:53 on the way to school.
On his way to school.
I love that he still calls me, though. You know, whose 18-year-old son still calls them every day on the way to school just to say, hi, Mom. Not a lot, but I'm very thankful and blessed for that.
There you go.
That's my second thankful for. I'm very thankful and blessed for that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. All right, what are you thankful for?
Oh, goodness. I have so many things to be thankful for. I'm thankful for opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah. My filming this weekend is a huge opportunity, and we'll see later. But it's a huge opportunity, and I'm extremely thankful for the opportunities that have been given to me because of my hard work and because of the foundation that my parents laid out for me. So I'm extremely thankful for opportunities that have come my way and will hopefully continue to come my way.
Yes.
I'm blessed and happy about that.
All right, so what do we have? Do we have any thankful for here? Thankful that she's alive. That's a good one to be thankful for.
Facts. It's a good one. He's not 18, but 24 and calls me daily to check on Mom.
Aww.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's awesome. I think that's just, if you're able to have that, that's just awesome to have.
That's cute.
So.
Makes me feel like a bad son. Maybe I should call you daily.
I see you every
Should I call
day.
you every day?
No.
From my desk, I'll call you. Hey, what you doing? How's your day?
You do.
And I'll peek through and make sure you're answering the question. 'Cause I can look through your office while I'm in mine. That's super sweet.
Yeah.
Randy said, are you going to be using black batting on the panel? Tune in next week and you'll find out what batting I'm using.
You'll know what batting he's using, what thread he's using, the whole process.
To keep you on the edge of your seats.
Exactly. So.
I got to be careful. I had a dream the other night that I fell off one of these seats in the middle of the show.
Oh, really?
So I was going to show you, like, stay on the edge of your seat, but I felt like it was going to fly out from underneath.
You probably wouldn't. Hit the bag, knock down the sign.
That'd be a good way to end the show.
Let's not do that. All right, let's call it a day.
Oh, goodness. Alrighty, y'all. Well, have a wonderful Friday. Have
Yes.
a wonderful weekend. Make sure to hop over to our website if you're wanting to grab one of these panels.
Yep.
They're available right now as of time of shooting this.
Yeah.
So make sure you grab them while you can. Grab a mug. Why
Yeah, there's
not?
only a
While
few
you're there,
left.
there's only a few mugs left.
Yeah.
And I think I said have a great weekend, but if I didn't, have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you next Thursday on After Hours as we took a look at thread, batting, and loading for the flamenco panel.
There you go.
All right. Bye.